Hey you guys, what's up? How you doing? I filmed a video yesterday, I filmed a video today. I'm not really sure which one I'm going to run with. Yesterday's video was pretty good, but I'm trying to narrow it down. Anyway, grab yourself a beverage. I've got myself a little coffee here. Get yourself a beverage. You make yourself comfortable because we're going to get into it. It's been a couple of weeks since I made a video. There's much to discuss. I have some notes. Ooh, I got a new journal. I write a journal entry every day. It's my new routine. I've been trying really hard to get into a routine. But we are going to discuss Olympics. Crush Watch. And that's it. So I'm going to try and timestamp them in the bottom with what's going on. But let's get into the Olympics. What are your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. I didn't watch all of the events. I only watched the tennis, and obviously, and Noelani's race. It's really interesting. This is the first Olympics that I've been to in New Zealand in 20 years. Because in 2008 was my freshman year of college. I just moved to the States. So the last time I was not at an Olympics was 2008. But I watched that in America. Do you know what I'm saying? Watching the Olympics in America is different from watching the Olympics in New Zealand. Because, how are we looking? I'm sorry. Let me just get these angles right. Let me get these angles right. There we go. That's better. It's different because NBC has the rights to the Olympics in the US. And NBC is a national broadcasting company. So it's free to air. You don't have to pay to watch the Olympics in America. In New Zealand, you have to pay. You gotta have premium cable. You gotta have a little something called Sky TV. And if you got Sky TV, then yeah, you can watch the Olympics. My sister has premium cable. So I watched the Olympics there. And even then, they didn't play all the matches. It was really interesting. You really see the difference between an Olympic organized event versus a ATP or WTA. The scheduling was whoa. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm just gonna say why not just give it to ATP? Do you know what I'm saying? Why not just give them the organizational, You can see why they don't get points for it, because the ATP's well, if we're not organizing it, then you're not going to get any points for it. And I'm looking at the Olympics just let them organize it, because they know what they're doing. They are professionals, okay? The opening ceremony was controversial, obviously. Those queens, oh my god. Oh my god. I feel it's always sort of a battle between athletes and artists. I feel they're always going at battle, fighting for attention. If you're an athlete, you get a lot of attention because of your skill and because you're very good at what you do. When you're an artist, you gotta fight to get recognized. You gotta be obnoxious and put yourself out there and do you know what I'm saying? Two different beasts. One is I'm very talented, and as a byproduct of my talent, I get a lot of attention. Performing arts is you really gotta be in people's faces. You really got to fight for your right. You really gotta fight for it. Because so many people want to do it. And the same as athletes too. It's just it's different. And I feel there's a resentment between artists and athletes. More on the artist side, because they're looking at athletes being well, what do they do that's so cool? What do they do that's so important? It's baby, entertainment, sports is the oldest form of entertainment in the world. Long before we started having stage plays, mama. We was wrestling in the dirt to get the girl or the guy, whatever way. But you know what I'm saying? Like, athletes are the OG of entertainment. Sorry. And like, if you think about it, like, male athletes are the top of the pyramid in terms of like desirability. I mean, that's just the truth, babe. That's just the truth. It goes, athletes are the top, and then the rest of them are fighting below, you know? And that's just the truth. I'm sorry. I say that as an artist myself. Like, I was a theater kid, bro. Like, I did performing arts school. I went to, like, Western Springs College, which had the Auckland Performing Arts Center on our campus. Like, I did all of the stage plays. I did dance class. Like, this is why I am the way that I am. And I'm very comfortable with myself because I took performing arts classes. Like, life is theater, babe. Like, don't you get it? Like, everything's theater. And I totally understand that mindset of an artist. I feel more aligned with an artist than I am athlete. But it could be just because I'm in a different stage of my life right now. But there's actually a lot of similarities between athletes and artists. They just... the ego gets in the way. Do you understand? It's like, well, why does he get more attention? It's like, but babe, like, you both spend countless hours perfecting your craft and getting very good at something. There's a commonality here that is hard work. And I feel like, you know, the opening ceremony to me is just like a perfect example of that. Like, they're trying to steal the show. Like, we're there to watch the athletics, but obviously we gotta have an opening ceremony, and the athletes are like, we're the stars, babe. Like, we're the stars of the show when it comes to the Olympics, but not to be outdone by these performing arts bitches who got to find a way to make it all about them because they're narcissists. Like, good attention, bad attention, it don't matter to them. They want attention, honey. Okay? Like, they want that attention. As for all of, like, the religious iconography, people quoting the Book of Revelation, like, calling it blasphemous or whatever, like, oh my god. The opening ceremonies are weird, okay? They've always been weird. Because why? They're trying to, like, outdo the athletes. That's it. You know when you're watching, like, a TV show and you've got the extras in the background? Like, they're the main actors and then there are the extras, and the extras are, like overacting in the background. But the stars are in the, you know what I'm saying? Like, the stars are in the foreground and the extras are in the background. That's what they're doing. They're overacting and trying to steal the show. I'm like, baby, we're trying to see the main characters and we're trying to listen to what they've got to say. We don't need the actors in the background being like overacting. You want me to do that again? Like, that's what they look like. So of course they take the opportunity to take the attention, babe. They're gonna take it. Please. I know these bitches. I went to school with these bitches. Okay? Like, fighting for the lead role. Ugh. Please. So that's all that was. It's just like, performing artists do what they do best. Stealing the show, or at least trying to. But, yeah, I mean, I feel really bad because here in New Zealand, like, not everybody could watch the Olympics, and it was really not a big thing. And that made me sad, because I love the Olympics. I really believe in the Olympic movement. I really do. There are some things that it's not perfect, and there are definitely some things that need to change, but it is what it is, you know, like, the world is in, like, a bit of a precarious position, so I really don't like the way the religious people responded, because to me, it's like, that's the reason why people don't want to get involved in religion, is because the morality police comes around and gets all, like, high and mighty and judgmental. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Christianity needs a rebrand, babes. Like, we need a rebrand because, like, these people that are constantly putting people against the litmus test of morality, they gotta go. Like, oh, because you're so perfect? Sharon and Karen over the internet telling us about how sinful because you're so perfect, right? Like, it's like Jesus said, like, he who hath not sinned cast the first stone. I don't want to hear about it from you bitches. I don't want to hear about it from you bitches. You can go to church. It does not mean that you are spiritual, okay? And I am a Christian mystic. So what that means is I think that the Bible is in constant state of discourse, constant state of debate, constant state of discussion. It's not to be interpreted literally, babe. It's supposed to be kind of like debated and discussed. And I don't know, I never read no quote in the Bible that said you had to be a perfect person to get into the gates of heaven. I never read that. Jesus died for all of our sins, even the people that you don't like, okay? So put that in your pipe and smoke it. And as a Christian mystic, I defend the right to burn sage, Palo Santo, have a candle, have a shrine, like, speak to the ancestors. Like, there are so many different ways to be spiritual. So I'm just, like, really over these people that are, like, telling me how to be with my spiritual thoughts and, like, stop. Just, like, stop. So that's how I feel about the Olympics. Crush watch. You know, I said everything that I needed to say on Instagram. Well, I mean, I didn't say everything, but, you know, just addressing the performance and, you know, the outcome for him. Sometimes I put things up on Instagram because I just want them to be up there, not necessarily with any semblance of permanence, but just because they're up there and they disappear. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas these videos are a little bit more permanent until I decide to take them down. But, you know, the first one is the experience. You know, I learned a lot from my first Olympics. Like, it's a game. You know, it's a game. I did, get this package in the mail. Oh, I'm not going to put... I got the package back in the mail. Remember I said I sent you something? Well, it arrived back. And, inside of this was some advice and just some tips on, like, how to make your stay a little bit more comfortable in the Olympic Village. But by God's divine intervention, obviously, this didn't make its way to you. I sent this as a birthday present / cheering up present. Like, I wanted to cheer him up because he had the ankle roll and wasn't it, like, injuries, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was some things going on, so I was like, let me send him a little care package to give some advice, but also kind of, like, hopefully lift the spirits. But you've got plenty of people around you that already do that, you know, and I'm like, that's really great. I think that's really beautiful that you have so many people around you to support you. It wasn't meant to be, and that's what I accept. I accept, like, fate. You know? Why stress out? You know, I'm not going to stress... Like, yeah, I can't stress out over this. Like, I send it, I hope it gets to it, it doesn't... Okay, fine. Next time, I'll send flowers. But just, like, yeah, the advice that I had was, like, bring your own bed sheets, because the stuff that they provide you is not that great. And plus, if you bring your own bed sheets to the Olympic Village with your own pillow and your... Like, it's I don't know, I'm into those, like, homely comforts, but then you can keep your comforter that they give you, that's a gift, so you can keep that and have it rather than use it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like more like a piece of memorabilia. I have all of my blankets from my village experiences, like, actually. But anyway, yeah, this was God's way of being like, Daddy, like, step back. Let him learn. He gotta learn, okay? The best way you gonna learn is by doing. So just, like, step back and let him learn. But, oh my gosh, I had a dream on, like, the Tuesday of the first... So, Monday night I went to sleep. Tuesday morning I woke up. And I was just, like, laying in bed, like, doing my thing, you know, just, like, having a little prayerful moment. Because I pray every morning and night. And just sort of praying, meditating. And then I got this image in my brain. And the image was baby boy looking into the and winking. that was the image that popped into my head that Tuesday morning. And I opened my eyes, and my first thought was, that was for you. And I was like, what? And then, during the doubles match on Tuesday, he winked at the camera, and then he kissed the flag. And I was like, oh my God. I was like swooning. I don't know if that was for me. I'm going to pretend like it was for me, and I'm going to take it. I'm going to take that wink. People online were making fun of him like, yeah, he can't wink without closing the other eye. Who cares? I don't care. You can wink with both eyes for me. Hey, I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I can get. Anyway, so that's Crush Watch. He's out there doing his thing. He's got, he's got work to do, and like, he inspires me. I think that's the greatest love of all, is ones that can be inspiring and make you feel like you want to be the best version of yourself. And that's how I feel. He lights a fire in me, I've always had this fire in me, but it's died down. It's kind of been like embers lately, but, he's given me wood. In more ways than one, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like wood. Wood. Aha! He's wood in the fire! In more ways than one. But yeah, no, it's like inspiring. He inspires me, and I think that, I know where he's at. I think that, I know where he's at, baby boy. You don't got to, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to even say, I already understand. Like, I'm the type where I think that giving time and space to people is a love language. It's a form of love. And I can recognize where you're at right now. So I enjoy these kinds of like mild flirtations that we got going on through our screens. I pray to God every night and most mornings that it'll happen, but it'll happen when the time is right and when it has its maximum potential to be a long-lasting, like, I'm in it for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? Like, I pray that the timing is right, and I pray that it's a long-term thing. It's not like a hit it and quit it kind of thing. It's like no, like, this feels right, and, this is comfortable, and this is comforting, and this is what I'm needing right now. Wanting and needing, it's a bit of both, but the timing's not right for him, and the timing's certainly probably not right for me either. I'm always here, whenever you feel like the time is right, but I see that you're building, and I see that there's sort of like a formula that you got to follow to get to where you got to go, and part of that formula is having the world fall in love with you, and building a brand. And I would hate to jeopardize that. You've worked your whole life for this, so, I'm gonna take my time. She gon' get hers before I'm gonna take it slow. I'm not gonna rush the stroke so she can have a sexual eruption. We can get a sexual eruption. We can get a sexual eruption. We can get a sexual eruption. Oh, oh. You know what I'm saying? I think about that song every time I say I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna take my time. She gonna get hers before I'm gonna take it slow. Good things grow over time, okay? There's no rush to this. There's no rush into forever. Plus, like, I have to be honest with myself. It's always a season of love for me because I have love for my family, I have love for the world, I have love for my friends, I have love for my pets, I have love for everything. But is it a season of romance? Is it a season of romance? Not right now. Not right now. And not right now for him either. He's running a business. It's a business. You feel me? He doing big boy stuff. You know what I'm saying? He got employees. He got some employees, baby. He got sponsors. You gotta keep them sponsors happy. He's got his agent, he's got his coach, he's got his trainer, he's got his physio, he got his, you know what I'm saying? Like, he be like stacking it up. So, that's a lot of responsibility. That's a lot, there's a lot on his plate. There's a lot on his plate. And that's just the team, which is like a family to him because it has to be, right? You really gotta trust. You really gotta trust that team. And then there's your actual family, you know, which you gotta have time for too. You gotta have time for the parents, you gotta have time for the brothers, you gotta have time for granddaddy, you know, you gotta have time for everybody. And then you got the friends, which are so important. Like, friendship is the sunshine of life, you know? So, on that large plate of a lot of responsibilities and a lot of things that you're taking care of, is there room on that plate for romance? I mean, let me know. When there is, let me know. I'll be waiting. I'm ready. I'm ready. And good things take time, okay? Like, trust me, there's nothing here for me. There is nothing here for me, baby. I'm patient. You'll soon know. But let's wrap up Crush Watch. I'm proud of you. You did great. It's amazing. And, yeah. When it's time, it's time. When it's time, it's time. And trust me, like, I'm the Chamber of Secrets, babe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really be good at keeping on the low. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, keeping it on the low. Keeping it between me and you know? Keeping it cute. Keeping it cute. Keeping it fun. We don't gotta rush into forever, baby. Let's just enjoy what we got going. And when the time is right, the time is right. And I'll be here. Trust me, I'm patient. Daddy's patient.